This week on a podcast from Beneath, it's Garbage Day.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims.
Billy, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. How you doing, man?
Very good. I'm doing all right. I apologize in advance. I may yawn a lot in this episode because I am not used to getting up at 5 o'clock.
Oh, you gotta get at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I get up at 5 because I got to be there at 7. So
Seven.
I gotta,
Dang.
I gotta be, gotta have time for the coffee and the shower and all that. So I'm
Oh
kind
yeah,
of,
you're gonna be drinking a lot more coffee now.
yeah, I'll have to like start mixing it with like Red Bull or something.
You're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be passed out before we even do our next podcast. You're like, oh, I'm so
Probably.
tired.
Yeah, tonight I was just thinking, man, are we gonna do this? Because I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, I forgot that
You
you had.
forgot? Yeah, you haven't been on here for a while.
No, I mean, I
You
forgot that
forgot
you
we had a
got.
podcast.
No, I forgot that you fucking work a different shift now. And I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. So yeah, hopefully we can do more earlier episodes and some more live episodes now that we can like do them at an earlier time. Because I don't think a lot of people want to stay up till
Well, I'm
midnight.
off. I'm off on Wednesdays. So since you're off on Wednesdays, maybe probably, we could probably start doing them Wednesday.
Yeah, we could do that. First, I'm going to start out with our. I don't remember if I announced the name of it last time in the last episode. But our feature where we shout out people that follow us, I am calling it Corpses from Beneath. That'll be our segment where we shout people out. So I have two that I'm going to do this week. They are both from Facebook, and the first one is going to be my brother, Greg Rickers, who has been a big fan since episode 1. Listens to every single one of them. So
Has he
shout out there.
buy a hoodie?
Yeah,
Show
yeah,
us your
yeah,
true
yeah.
colors.
You
Buy
need to
a
buy a hoodie.
hoodie.
Yeah,
Show us you're a fan. Anybody can listen, but it takes
yeah.
a real fan to buy the merchandise.
And the second corpse from beneath is another Facebook follower, and of course I know him in real life too. It's Scott Gregg. I've met him through. I first met him at a convention.
Is that the
Um,
guy that we hung out with that one day? We were at Shotgun.
no, he wasn't. He wasn't there that year. But that's where I first met him. He was the cinematographer on, I think, Pork Chop or maybe Pork Chop 2, and of course he acted in them. He's a really cool guy. He listens to the show, so I figured I'd go ahead and give him a shout out. Uh,
The thing about pork chop, if I'm not mistaken, my brother's best friend Brett Keys, I think they shot the first movie maybe around his property or something like that, or he was involved or something with it. I think.
Pretty cool. I can find that out. Yeah, we can find out.
Pretty sure it's something I think, or maybe like thinking of somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was Brett, my
Oh,
brother's
cool.
best friend.
All right, yeah. So that's our corpses from beneath. And if you want to get a shout out on the show, just follow us on our Facebook group or Twitter or the Slasher app or Instagram or Snapchat or any other things that we're on.
You know what? We should start doing this. How? Because I know how, like, the Instagram, famous Instagram people, $500 a shout out.
There you go.
Yeah. Want a shout out? We'd say your name. $500.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do from now on. Is there anybody you want to shout out?
um, Shout out to my sister Lottie Warner. She listens to our podcast, and she's been a fan since episode 1, 2, and pretty sure she's either watched or listened to almost all of ours or all of our podcasts so far.
Nice.
She really,
I think she listened to some of them on YouTube. So I think she commented on a couple of the YouTube videos. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening.
but yeah, I think that's all the shout outs.
That's all the people you know, right?
Yeah. That's all I know.
All right.
I mean, I know people that follow us, but I don't know if they actually people.
You
They
don't know if
actually
they
have time
listen.
to listen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Nobody has time to listen. But oh well. Just makes the shout outs easier because
Yes.
we're gonna have less people to shout out.
We just repeated shout it to so and so again.
There you go. Just
You're
the same
listening.
person. Yeah.
Same.
The same person we done last week.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm trying to come up with. I need to come up with some intro music for these segments. That way, I don't have to introduce them like we're some low budget podcast. But I'll go ahead and move into the next segment, which is going to be my Tales from Tubi. These are movies that I've found and or just watched on Tubi, whether somebody told me about it and that's where I found it, or whether I just stumbled upon it myself on Tubi and watched it. And this week's pick is from 2016. It's called Harvest Lake. It's 5 friends fall under the seductive influence of a libidinous, otherworldly presence that threatens to change their lives forever. Directed and written by Scott Shermer, stars Jason Crow and Ellie Church. This movie it's low budget, but it's not your typical it's not an 80s throwback, but yet it's all comedy type movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's really good. It's got some weird scenes in it because it involves some mind-altering plants, I'll say.
Yeah.
And it's just really good. And I recommend everybody watch it. Like I said, it's free if you download Tubi TV on your Roku app. You can watch this movie. It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, I have a movie idea. I don't know if we've discussed this or whatever. A tampon that absorbs people's blood, but not just some of it, all of it.
All of it, like a vampire tampon.
Yeah, like a vampire tampon.
Like what would you call? What would the movie be called?
Like they'd be like little gremlins. Like they not like gremlins, but they'd be alive. They talk and run around. They get up inside you. They absorb, get your blood. We would call it. I don't know. Still, I'll get back to you on that.
All right, yeah, we'll come up with a name later.
Yeah.
So have you heard about any other movies that are coming out that you're looking forward to or not looking forward to? Or?
I saw a teaser and a poster for Quiet Place 2. I really enjoyed A Quiet Place. I don't have high hopes for Quiet Place 2 because usually sequels to movies that were really good really don't live up to the expectation. It Chapter 2.
Yeah, to me, because I watched the first one. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of it, but I don't think that they ended that one with a sequel in mind. I think this sequel is a cash grab, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as what the first one was.
Well, I think everybody's back. Cillian Murphy's going to be in it. John Krasinski's back at directing it, but he also wrote it. The guys who wrote the original one, I think they're just producers. I don't think.
I thought he wrote the original one also.
I think he may have done some rewrites or worked on a little bit, but it was mostly these two other guys. I can't remember their name. But he did some rewrites or added some stuff to it. But this one, he wrote all himself. I think the guys who originally wrote the story and everything, I think they're just producers, maybe.
Yeah, like I said, I I don't think that I don't think this one needed a sequel. Like I said, I think they're just doing it for because the first one done so well.
It was a very surprising movie to me because I remember seeing a poster and it looked generic. I was like, yeah, that looks bad. But no, I really enjoyed it. I gave it I remember giving like a 9.5. I thought it was excellent.
You put it up there high, did you?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Like, there's not too many movies where like there's hardly any dialogue. And when I saw it in theater, like I felt the the it was tense throughout the scenes that were like,
Right.
oh, what the fuck's going to happen? Like the
Maybe I would.
tension was like,
Maybe I would have had a better experience if I saw it in the theater, but
oh yeah, see, maybe that's why
I
because
didn't.
it was really good
Yeah.
in the theater. Because some movies, you see it like Avatar. After seeing Avatar in theater, I don't think I could watch it. Uh,
Yeah. See, that's yeah.
like
I didn't
not
see that in the theater either.
see that movie was made for 3D, and the only other movie that was made for 3D, at least I think, was in 3D. Wasn't Gravity? I think Gravity
Not
was.
for sure. It may have been. I don't know.
But Gravity was one of the best theater experiences ever. Like seeing that movie in the big screen, I'm pretty sure it might have been 3D. But that movie was definitely made for that. Not every movie should be, some movies you're like, oh, it's stupid 3D. But like, I think those two movies were, if I'm not mistaken, it was Gravity and Avatar were definitely made for 3D, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
I didn't see either one of them in the theater. And of course, Avatar, I just didn't like at all. I mean, I just thought it was. I guess it was all right, but it wasn't. It was built up a lot. I think. But, and
Oh, he had already
of
said
course, again,
his
I mean, it may just been the. They may have just, would just, hey, we got this little, horrible movie, but if we put it in 3D, then that'll sell
yeah.
tickets, I guess.
Well, James Cameron's very um, cocky because he said that Avatar 2 will break Avengers' record.
I think it's too far. It's too far out now. That you know what I'm saying. It doesn't have that connection. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, the first one was how many years ago? Like I don't think
Like
people are.
2010 or something like that, or two.
Yeah,
No, maybe not that. Maybe like 2009 or 8 or 10 or some shit like that.
like I said, I don't think it outside of people watching it in 3D in the theater. I don't hear of a lot of like fans of like Abbott. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's almost like one of the rides at Disney or Universal Studio. You know what I'm saying? Like the ride part is the gimmick. Is like that's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Where like the best part of this movie was seeing it on a gigantic screen in 3D.
Yeah. Like there's some
Yeah,
movies they're just so good on the big screen and they're like they're really not much on the small screen when you like
right,
bring it
right.
home. It doesn't have that same experience, the same feel sometimes.
Any other new movies or
VFW, saw a trailer and a poster for that, and look, it's a bunch of these old, veterans that hang out their own like bar slash VFW or whatever, and these punks start trouble with them, and they gotta end up fighting for survival. Um, Against these young punks. I don't know if they're mutant punks. It says mutant punks, but I don't really see anybody in mutant. I don't know. But yeah, it looks bloody. It looks awesome. It's like a siege movie, I guess you want to call it, maybe.
I may be thinking of another movie, but aren't they supposed to be like um mutant Nazis or zombie Nazis or something? Or
Uh,
was that another movie altogether?
Maybe another movie. 'Cause I don't think they were zombies. I don't think. Like there's like the head punk dude was like talking and like he wasn't. I don't think so. I don't think.
Maybe I'm thinking of wasn't there like when they were talking about Mandy 2 He was going to be fighting some Nazis or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Also, I just remembered, Come to Daddy. I saw the trailer and
I
poster
saw a
for that.
screenshot of it. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't even know they had a trailer for it.
Yeah, it looks still doesn't really give anything away. It looks funny. It looks kind of like a not like a goofy, I don't think, but it's got like that weird sense of humor. It seems like, and it seems like it's gonna be pretty bloody. And I've heard good things about it. It's Elijah Wood and Stephen McHattie, I think is his name. Have you ever seen Pontypool? It's that guy.
The guy that played the DJ.
Yeah, he plays Elijah Wood's father. Apparently, he's been estranged with him for years. Finally, he like writes his son. He tells him to meet him in this cabin or whatever. I don't know. It looks like it could be good. I've heard good things about it.
Huh.
Come to Daddy.
Was that it?
What about you? You got anything? Yeah, I think that's all for me. What about you, man?
I have
Anything?
nothing new. I mean, the ones you mentioned, I haven't seen any of the trailers for. I've just seen, the poster for VFW, and then, just like like a face, somebody posted something on Facebook, like an article of Come to
Yeah.
Daddy with a picture, but I didn't like click on it or anything. So yeah, really, I don't have any news or anything that of any upcoming movies. So I do not know. But this is going to be our Christmas episode.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure it's going to come out on Christmas Day. Of course, maybe I should release it a day early. I don't know yet. I can't imagine a lot of people wanting to listen to our episode on Christmas Day. But it'll be there if you want to.
It should be a tradition for them. If they're
Yeah.
real fan, they make it a tradition.
Make it a tradition, yeah. Playing around the while everybody's eating dinner.
Or while everybody's opening presents.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah. So I guess with that being said, go ahead and give us your top 5 Hallmark Christmas movies.
I don't think I've seen any Hallmark Christmas movies.
I think that was going to be a different show. Yeah, we're not going to do that. No. For our Christmas episode this year, we decided to do a sequel of a movie we covered last year for our Christmas episode. That was Silent Night, Deadly Night. So this year it's Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, and it's still Part 1. But we'll get into that in a minute.
It's Part 2, Part 1 Redux.
Yeah. So this movie came out in 1987.
5 years later.
Yeah, something like that. The now adult Ricky talks to a psychiatrist about how he became a murderer after his brother Billy died, which leads back to Mother Superior. Directed by Lee Harry, written by Michael Hickey, Paul Cammey, stars Eric Freeman, James Newman, and everybody from the original movie. Which I'm surprised they didn't put them in the credits. That was weird that they didn't do that, considering they were in half this movie.
Yeah, but I think they were flashbacks.
I don't know.
I don't think the Mother Superior that was in this one played the one.
I don't know. Because she was probably. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. Because that was like a pretty big thing. So yeah, like we said, this was basically just Silent Deadly Night Part 1. And then with a couple of new scenes filmed that they kind of spliced in. Yeah, so it's Ricky, who was the brother of our killer from the first film. And he's basically telling a psychiatrist about how he became a killer. So when it starts off, he basically, so he's telling the story of what happened in the first film. Um, but what doesn't make sense is it cuts back to his parents being killed. And of course, I mean, for visuals, it's showing us that, that scene from the movie. But what doesn't make sense is he was what, like a year old when that happened?
Maybe not even that. Maybe yeah, maybe a year, not even a year yet. He was like in a car seat.
No, no, he wasn't in a car seat because the mom
Oh,
was just holding him on her lap.
oh,
He should have been in a car seat, but he wasn't. But so I know that they're basically, I mean, it's just showing us what happened. But when you think about what is he telling the shrink about, because there's no way he remembers any of that.
well, maybe his
So
brother told him. He just know about his brother's shit.
I guess that could be the case too, but it didn't make sense of like how does he know all this stuff to happen? Because I doubt that his brother was telling him either, because he probably kind of mentally blocked that out. You would hope. Um, but yeah, we pretty much see all of part one kind of chopped up in the beginning of this movie as he's telling us about it, and they show like they show scenes that he wouldn't have no idea how they
That
happened.
happened.
Like
Yeah.
whenever Lena Quigley and her boyfriend get killed. Like how do you know this stuff?
He
Or
knows all that.
yeah, how do you know what happened at the store where he worked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
to know
how
all
they
this.
know that he caught those two kids fucking.
Yeah, in the back room.
Yeah.
So it was just
I tell
weird.
you,
It
that
was just
Mother
weirdly done.
Superior, man, she fucking sucks.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. So what's your like? I mean, I can pretty much guess what your thoughts are going to be. What's your initial thoughts of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? And
Well,
also tell me if this is the first time you've seen
this is the first time I've seen it. I've always seen the part to Garbage Day.
it.
But
Yeah.
this movie was pretty much like an almost an hour's worth of fucking flashbacks. And like flashbacks of the movie and like maybe 20 minutes of flashbacks before he got locked up. What was it, Billy? That's his name?
Ricky.
Or Ricky. And then 15 minutes of him, 15, 20 minutes of him just doing his own killing. Um, I just think the flashbacks were just, it's like they like wrote half a movie. It's like, well, we need a filler. Because
We'll
there's
just
no
fill it.
way
Yeah,
you
we'll,
needed
we'll just
that.
fill it up
They
with.
already know.
Yeah, we'll just fill it up with the first movie.
Like
um,
the first half is like kind of a waste. It's like the last 30 minutes maybe is just like, oh, this is some different stuff. This isn't the first movie anymore.
right. Um, Now, was your favorite kill in this movie, or was your favorite kill in part one that they showed again in this movie?
My favorite kill, I liked it when he killed that guy in the with the um, with the jumper cables.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Of course, I mean, you could obviously tell that that was a wax head,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was pretty good how he hooked him up to a battery. I guess it was a battery charger,
Yeah.
and it shocked him, and his eyeballs popped out. Trying to
Did
think,
he shoot
I would,
somebody in a car? Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
no, 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 yeah, he was shooting at someone in a car. I don't think he
Oh,
hit him. He hit the radiator, which obviously made the car drive off the road and flip over. But
He what got me is like when he's talking to the shrink, and he mentions that girl's name. He's like, "Oh yeah, the only girl I ever cared about." And they go to the movies, and like he's out in the movies with the girl, and then those guys or that one guy in the back's causing being fucking loud and obnoxious. And it was funny, like they're watching Silent Night, Deadly Night, the
Yeah, I
first movie.
know. Good, because he's like, I mean, obviously, I don't know why he didn't already know what movie they were going to watch. He's like surprised because he's like, "What's this movie about?" And she says, "Oh, it's
Oh,
about a killer Santa Claus." He acts surprised, like, why didn't you ask beforehand what movie you were seeing? But when it cuts to the movie they're watching, it was the robbery scene from the first movie.
yeah.
So, which didn't make sense because they easily could have used a clip from the other. There was another movie. It was a Silent Night, Evil Night, I think is what it was called.
Uh-huh.
And then I think there was one before that.
It's the evil.
Yeah, Christmas Evil. There was another. That's another one I'm trying to think of too. But yeah, they could have used any of those. So, but I guess they owned the rights to the first movie, so it was cheaper to do it that way. I don't know.
But I know he left. He said I'll be back or something. And like that guy that was causing problems in the back of the theater, he was like looking at his friend and looking away. You look at his friend, and Ricky's right there, and then Ricky just kills him in the fucking theater, and no
Yeah,
one knows.
yeah, no one cares.
Like, how did he kill his friend so quickly? Killed him within like a second, like broke his neck or something. It
Yeah,
never showed his friend.
yeah, and he didn't even have like a weapon or anything. Which is weird too because he has in this movie he has that weird strength that his brother had in the first one.
Yeah,
Because
that
in the first movie he picked that guy up. Um, what was it? He done something. Was he like? Did he wrap something around his neck and like lift him up? In
what
the
Ricky or his brother?
his brother in the first movie when he kills that guy in the back of the store and he
I
like
can't remember.
he picks him up. It's like he had superhero powers or something. I can't remember. But apparently, Ricky in this movie has the same,
Strength.
yeah, like strength because he picks up that one guy and like stabs the umbrella through him. The guy that was, I guess he was like a loan shark or something, beating up another guy. Um, which
I
another thing too about this movie is, he's not just randomly killing people, and he's not killing people that I guess you could say don't deserve it, right?
his girlfriend didn't deserve it. She was like, "You killed him. What the fuck is wrong with
Well,
you?
no, but she
I
was gonna turn
hate
him
you,
in.
Ricky. I hate you."
She was gonna turn him in, so he had to get rid of her.
Yeah,
But I
he
mean,
like
like,
chokes her with a cord or something.
I think he breaks the antenna off the car,
Oh,
wraps that around her neck. But I mean, like he shows him. I guess the first guy that he kills after he gets out of the. Oh well, yeah, when he's like when he's older, after he gets adopted or whatever. But he kills the guy that's gonna like he's forcing himself on that girl, so he kills him, but he lets the girl go, and then he kills the guy that's roughing up the guy for money. So he's basically like you know, like an anti-hero or something, because
yeah.
he's not just, like I said, randomly just killing people just to do it.
Well, he did kill the Santa Claus.
I know, but he needed the outfit, and
Yeah, I guess so.
maybe he has something against the Salvation Army. I don't know.
Remember, they're like Mother Superior had a stroke, and it shows her, and her face is
Looks like
all
her,
fucked
yeah,
up.
looked like she got burnt. That's what I was like. What do they think a
I don't
stroke
think a
is?
stroke did that.
No, I think it was just a way to hide that it wasn't the same actress, maybe,
Probably.
because I'm pretty sure the original actress was probably dead at this time, and also the character should have been dead because she was like 85 in the first movie, and this movie takes place whenever we finally meet her, it's 25 years later.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the character would be alive anymore. And did you notice where she lived, like her house number?
No.
It was 666.
Oh, she was like the worst. Like I was like, man, I forgot how evil Mother Superior was in the first movie. Like, I can't believe she's a fucking nun
She's not a nun. She's a mother superior.
or whatever, mother bitch.
Well,
She
she
was the
finally,
fucking
she,
worst. No, yeah,
yeah, she
ain't
finally
no
gets her
wonder the kids
comeuppance in
were
this
fucked
one
up.
though.
Yeah, she got what she deserved.
Yeah,
I was hoping. I was like, God, if someone fucking kills him before he kills her, I'm gonna be mad.
that's what I was waiting on. I was waiting for a cop to shoot him in the back before he got the killer. You know, because
Was
that would
this
have
the first
been
time you saw this movie?
because that had, no, this was probably the second or third time. I'd seen it a long time ago. Um, yeah, I was expecting like the exact same ending as the first one, where he's about ready to kill her, and you know the detective or whatever comes in and shoots him in the back. You know, which they kind of done later on, but it was you know they kind of had that not really twist ending, but I guess like a you know you thought it was over at that point, but it wasn't.
Oh,
Let's talk. Let's talk about Eric Freeman for a minute. That's the guy that plays Ricky Caldwell. Let's talk about him and his fucking eyebrows, which moved
very
up
expressed. Very,
on
very
but every
expressive.
word he said. His eyebrows moved up. It was
Because
very
it was
hard to
his
look at.
eyebrows that were doing all the talking.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely overacted this part.
He did what?
It was overacted.
Oh, definitely.
Like, I mean, I've never. It was so weird the way he played the character, and I don't know if it was on purpose or if he just wasn't a good actor. I don't know if the director didn't know what he was doing. Um, well, I'm going to say it couldn't have been. It had to have been him because not everybody, you know, acted that way. Not, you know,
Yeah.
not. I'm not saying everybody else in this movie was great, but um, you know, not everybody, you know, done the over the top. You know, it was you know him and the ex boyfriend of that girl.
Kurt Cameron, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, he kind of overacted a little bit. But yeah, it was just weird to watch this guy. I'm just wondering
Tell me.
if he's
Oh,
done
go ahead.
anything else.
Oh no. Tell me this. Like when the movie first started, tell me, was that fucking the guy that worked in the hospital, that black guy? Was he not eye fucking Ricky so goddamn hard? Like
Um,
the whole entire time he was setting up that fucking recorder.
he was probably scared. I mean, he's
No, I mean intense. Like
going.
he was like you do think I'm gonna fuck you up. Like
Yeah,
that's the look he was giving him.
that guy looked familiar too. I was trying to figure out who he was.
Do you
Um,
know? I just looked up that Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Ricky is played by Bill Moseley.
so he comes back
Yeah,
like
yeah, because
Ricky.
Mary smiles at the end.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then the fourth one, you know who plays Ricky in the fourth one? Clint Howard.
Really?
It's
See, I
like
don't. I
Ricky
don't
got
think.
shorter and uglier as time went on.
I don't think. See, I don't think I've seen 3, 4, or 5.
See, I didn't know there's a five one. Let's
Yeah,
see who.
yeah. There's a fifth.
Yeah, but Silent Night 3 is called Better Watch Out.
Oh, so it just better watch out. It didn't even. It does. It's not like sound like Dead Light.
No, it says
Better
that.
watch
It
out.
says Better Watch Out. It says Silent Deadly Night 3, Better Watch Out. Part 5.
Yeah, man. Part 4 came out in 1990.
You see, Part 5 is the toy maker. So they got a LA toy maker and his son makes killer toys designed to kill their customers. So the fifth one has nothing to do with Ricky. The
Huh.
fifth one is its own thing.
Hey, Reggie
Nothing really
Bannister. Reggie Bannister was in part 4 also.
Yeah, he's played by who'd you say was?
Reggie Bannister from the
Oh, they
Phantasm
said
series.
Ricky, and I was like, yeah.
No, no. See, like I said, I don't think I've seen part 5. Or I mean, 3, 4, or 5. I know for sure I haven't seen 5.
But the guy who did part 3, or was it? See, part 4 was Brian Yunza, who did The Dentist. You remember that movie?
Oh yeah, with
And he wrote Beyond the Reanimator,
yeah, that was a
and he
good.
wrote Bride of the Reanimator, which both movies I have not seen, Bride or Beyond. But The
Okay.
Dentist, I remember The Dentist fucking freaked me out. I remember that scene where he like replaces that girl's teeth with like razor blades or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh man, that still creeps me the fuck out. But
Yeah.
going back to Deadly Night, but yeah, they made
Well, well,
too many of
yeah. Going back to part 5 real quick. Guess who else is in part 5?
them. Who's in part 5?
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey fucking Rooney.
He was in part 5.
He needed the work.
I guess. Ran out of money.
Ran out of fucking money. But yeah, I think they made too much, too many.
Yeah, I think they could have stopped with 1. Hey, here's a question. Here's a question for you. Um, do you think that Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 could be remade and not use all? You know what I'm saying? Like remake it today, but don't do a majority of flashbacks. Like really
Yeah,
make,
just focus
like
on
really,
his brother,
yeah, just yeah, focus on his brother without doing all the flashbacks of the first movie, and yeah, maybe the whole thing doesn't take place in a mental asylum or whatever.
Yeah, like maybe, have it like his brother like coping with what his brother did and like try not to become what his brother did, but end up becoming what his brother was, which was a killer.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, without the flashbacks.
Definitely without the flashbacks. That would be really weird because it wouldn't match at all.
Definitely.
So here's some trivia for this movie. Ricky's eyebrows move up and down 130 times in this
Jesus.
movie. I counted each one of them.
Oh, you did?
No, I'm getting these from Information Movie Database.
Oh wow. Who the fuck was like, I'm gonna look at how many times his eyebrows move.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who probably counted that. The movie received unanimously poor reviews upon release due to the excessive use of footage from Silent Night, Deadly Night. Over the years, however, it has gained a cult following, mainly due to its intentional campiness as a result of its over-the-top performance and poor screenplay.
Garbage day.
Yeah. I mean, it almost felt like the stuff with him and the Shrink was ad-libbed very, very badly.
Oh yeah.
According to James Newman and Lee Harry, the role of Ricky came down to Eric Freeman and another actor. The other actor had more experience and was a better actor overall, but they liked Freeman's look better, so they chose him.
Looks overacting.
Yeah, they picked him based on his looks. Which to me, he looked like he should have been like he should have been like the brother that dies in like a karate tournament, and then you find out he's the brother of like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and now he's like trying to like avenge his death or whatever. That's the look he had.
He had the jock look.
Yeah.
The asshole jock.
Yeah, so this right here, this next one here will explain a lot on this movie. So the producers of Silent Night, Deadly Night wanted director Lee Harry to recut the first film and just insert 1 or 2 new scenes with Eric Freeman playing a mental patient to make the story in the original film appear to be nothing more than the ravings of an asylum inmate. Which that could have been pretty good. But screenwriters Lee Harry and Joseph H. Earl wrote short.
Said no.
Yeah, they just wrote short scenes involving the patient's youth and as he killed several people, and it eventually became the sequel. There wasn't enough material for a full-length film, so numerous flashback sequences were added. The film still ran short, so almost 10 minutes of closing credits were added, showing the full cast and crew of this film and its predecessor. So they added the entire credit from the first film onto this one as like padding to make a longer movie.
I was wondering why it was taking forever, like, to end the movie.
That's pretty bad when you have to like just have credits from another movie at the end. It's weird. Of course, not surprisingly, they filmed this. They filmed this in 10 days.
You can tell.
Definitely. Of course, I think that the scenes with Ricky and the doctor, those were shot. They shot all those in 2 days. So the rest, everything else
I
was
think
all
one
the other
day,
scenes.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, the big stunt scene when that car flips over and almost hits, I'm assuming Eric Freeman. Like it literally almost like wiped him out. It was crazy.
And that's why he got paid the big money.
That's right. The love scene between Ricky and Jennifer was cut down dramatically, which I could tell because it looked like they used the same shot a couple of times, which was the panning of like up and down of them just standing there holding each other.
And it shows their butt.
Yeah, they had a panning shot of her butt. That was kind of weird.
What would you give this movie? How
What would
many
I
pretty
give this
goods?
movie?
Uh,
As a movie, right?
huh?
Like I'm not going off of like so bad it's good. I'm going off I'm giving this an actual film critic rating here. I've got to give it a 2. And
I
I'm
give the
only
same.
giving a 2 based on the little bit of enjoyment that I had watching what parts of the first movie was in this one.
And him saying garbage day.
Yeah, garbage.
I just laughed.
Yeah.
Garbage day.
And the eyebrows. The eyebrows also.
Yeah.
But as a so bad it's good movie, I would have to give it a higher rating. Like a 2.5 or something.
Just a little bit, just a smidge better.
Yeah, just a little bit. What would you give it?
I'd give it 2 also.
Two? Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it was just, I don't know. I mean, because obviously, I mean, the first movie bombed. So I don't know why they felt like they had to make a sequel to it. But, at least the first movie was enjoyable. It wasn't the worst movie ever. But this movie here it's definitely up there as
Oh yeah.
as one of the worst movies ever. But yeah, like I said, it's a fun, goofy watch. You can just kind of have it on in the background, which is what I think I did for this review. It was just kind of on in the background, but it is what it is.
Yeah, just drink to it or something.
Yeah. So I think that. So I guess next year we'll have to do part 3.
Part 3.
Or
Maybe
what we'll do next year, we can do 3, 4, and 5, and that'll take up the entire month of December.
Yeah. You know what?
That's what we'll
You ever
do.
seen that horror movie? I've heard it's pretty good, but who knows? Don't Open Till Christmas.
That sounds familiar, but I can't think if I've seen it or not. Don't
Yeah,
open
a picture of like a
Christmas.
tree and like a gift maybe or something. I always wanted to check it out. Always.
Open Till Christmas movie. Here we go. Came out in 1984.
Yes. I think
Somebody with very little Christmas spirit is killing anyone in a Santa suit one London holiday season. and Scotland Yard has to stop him before he makes his exploits an annual tradition. Sounds pretty good. I may have to track that one down. Don't open till Christmas. Yeah, maybe we could track it down, watch it, and then record like another bonus Christmas episode.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't like I wasn't bored watching this. It was just a goofy fucking movie.
Yeah, if you love overacting,
Yeah, you'll love this.
It's right up your alley.
Definitely.
But like I said, so this is our Christmas episode. I almost said another holiday. I don't know why. Got confused, I guess. But is Santa Claus going to bring anything nice this year?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, same here. Probably not getting anything good. What would you like for him to bring you?
Some money.
Some money?
Yeah.
In a card, like put it in a card.
Or pay my rent for the next 6 months.
There you go. So if there's any Santa Clauses listening, Billy needs his rent paid.
The next 6 months. I mean, I could pay it. I'd just rather not pay it.
You'd rather not, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what could help here is if people bought T-shirts from our store.
Yeah, help me, help.
Yeah. Or maybe if they became like a patron, $1 a month. We're starting to add bonus stuff on there. I'm gonna have
put my picture.
Yeah.
Sad picture of me. It'd be like
I'll play the Sarah McLachlan song.
Yeah, it'd be like this. Pay his $500 rent, so he could have an extra $500.
Yeah, the next time it snows, we'll have to film you standing outside shivering.
Yeah.
We'll put that on there with that song playing over top of it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But yeah, like I said, Patreon $1 a month. We're adding, there's some bonus material on there right now from, stuff that doesn't make it into the episode or the after show stuff we talk about after we're done recording. We had some stuff at the beginning of this episode that I'll probably cut out and put on there. So, I mean, it's just $1 a month. So, yeah, it'd be nice to do that there. Pretty good episode. Bad movie. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Like I said, this episode will come out on Christmas Day. Hopefully,
Christmas Eve.
Christmas, yeah, no, it'll be Christmas Day. Christmas Day is on a Wednesday this year, yeah, so
yeah,
falls right on there. Yeah, so if anybody gets a nice Bluetooth speaker for Christmas, they can blast us on that. Or if you get any AirPods or what's the other ones? The Beats. If you get any Beats,
it's everything.
Yeah,
get your Walkman. You know.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, Walkmans are making a comeback. You can download this show, record it to a cassette, listen to it.
Burn a CD.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some vinyl pressings done of our show. That would be awesome.
50 episodes on 100 discs.
Yeah. You could do like monthly payments, or it'd be like a record of the month club or something.
We'll have like a band,
the
cover of the band, but it's actually our podcast, like Metallica's original "Justice for All." But it's just our podcast.
Yeah, it's just the bad episodes.
Yeah,
not even the good ones.
It's just America's Deadliest Home Videos.
Over and over again.
Yeah, that ain't Christmas Evil. No, not Christmas Evil. New Year's Evil.
New Year's Evil. No, that was a good episode though. I like that. That was one.
That was a bad movie.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite episodes though. So, but yeah. So if everybody out there listening, like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Of course, I'm sure we'll have a New Year's episode. And don't eat too much, and make sure you listen to us, and make sure you buy a T-shirt or a hoodie.
Buy a hoodie, buy a coffee mug, everything.
Yeah, it's getting chilly out there. You're gonna need that hoodie. All right. So where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me at Bass Salt Wizard on Twitter,
And you can find me.
or they can pop Bass Salt on Slasher too.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot you're on there now. Yeah, so the Slasher app, and you can find me on Twitter at 1313 Inc. And you can find me on Twitter. Just search for the show because I made an account for the show, so you can just search for a podcast from beneath because I haven't logged into my personal one since I changed it up to that one. And you can find information on the show and all of our other shows that are in our network on our website, which is 1313inc.wordpress.com. And until next week, thanks for listening.